What if I told you the shoes you wear, the coffee you drink, the iPhone in your hand, even the app you used this morning all exist because of one thing: business. And the craziest part? Most people spend their entire lives working for businesses without ever understanding what a business actually is. That ignorance keeps millions broke because once you understand business, you stop seeing the world like an employee and start thinking like the people who own everything. A lot of people think business is just some rich guy in a suit sitting in a skyscraper making money. But that's not business. Business is much deeper than that. Business is survival, it's psychology, it's power, and whether you realize it or not, business controls almost every part of your life. Think about this. Every morning, millions of Americans wake up, grab coffee from Starbucks, order food from DoorDash, scroll Instagram, buy products on Amazon, and watch Netflix before sleeping. Now, here's the scary part. Every single click, every craving, every habit was carefully designed by a business to capture your attention and your money. And this is where everything changed. Because the richest people in the world understood one simple truth before everyone else. If you solve problems for people, people will pay you forever. That's literally what a business is. A business is simply solving a problem in exchange for money. That's it. McDonald's solves hunger fast. Uber solves transportation. Apple solves convenience and status. Nike sells motivation and identity. And Amazon, they solved impatience. But that's not the craziest part. The biggest businesses don't just sell products anymore, they sell emotions. Think about why someone spends well into $200 on an iPhone when a cheaper phone can do almost the same thing. It's not about the phone, it's about status, identity, feeling successful, feeling included. That's business psychology. And once you see it, you can never unsee it again. Now, let me tell you a story. Back in 1994, a guy named Jeff Bezos was working a high paying Wall Street job. Safe career, good money, comfortable life. Most people would never leave that, but Bezos noticed something strange. The internet was growing by over 2000% a year. While everyone else ignored it, he saw opportunity. So he quit his job, drove across America with his wife, and started selling books from a garage. Sounds small, right? But what happened next shocked everyone. That tiny online bookstore became Amazon, one of the most powerful companies on earth. Why? Because Bezos understood business better than most people. He didn't focus on selling books. He focused on making buying easier, faster, and more addictive. And today, millions of people give Amazon money almost automatically. That's the power of business. Now compare that to the average person. Most people trade time for money. They work 8 hours, get paid once, and repeat that cycle for 40 years. But business owners, they build systems. A YouTuber uploads one video and earns for years. A company creates one product and sells it millions of times. A software business builds one app and people subscribe every month. See the difference? Employees earn once, businesses can earn repeatedly. And this is why business changes lives. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody talks about. Starting a business today is easier than ever before, yet most people still never try. Why? Fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing money, fear of looking stupid. And honestly, school made it worse. Most schools teach people how to become workers. Very few teach people how to build something of their own. Think about it. You can graduate knowing algebra formulas, but still have no clue how money works, how sales work, or how companies become billion-dollar empires. That's insane. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The internet completely changed business forever. Years ago, starting a business required huge money, offices, employees, inventory, and connections. Today, a teenager with a laptop can build a $1 million brand from a bedroom. People are making money through YouTube channels, online stores, digital products, AI tools, newsletters, TikTok pages, and businesses that didn't even exist 10 years ago. And this is where most people miss the opportunity. They keep consuming instead of creating. They scroll for entertainment while others build businesses from the same apps. One person watches videos for 5 hours, another person uploads videos for 5 hours. One stays broke, the other builds income, influence, and freedom. Same internet, different mindset. Now let's simplify business even more. Every successful business usually does one of these things. It saves time, it saves effort, it saves money, or it makes people feel something emotionally. That's why Netflix exploded. Convenience. That's why Tesla exploded. Innovation and status. That's why Coca Cola still wins after over 100 years. Emotion and branding. People think business is complicated. It's actually human behavior. And the businesses that understand human behavior make the most money. But wait, there's another layer most people never realize. The world rewards ownership more than hard work. That sentence alone can change your life. Because hard work without ownership often keeps people stuck. A cashier can work harder than a CEO, but the CEO owns the system. Ownership changes everything. Stocks are ownership, businesses are ownership, brands are ownership. Content is ownership, ideas are ownership, and wealthy people spend their lives trying to own things that continue making money even when they sleep. That's why understanding business matters so much. It changes how you see money forever. Instead of asking, how can I make money? You start asking, what problem can I solve? That mindset shift is massive because money follows value, always. Now, does that mean every business succeeds? Absolutely not. Most fail. Some lose money, some never grow. But failure in business teaches lessons most jobs never will: sales, confidence, communication, marketing, leadership, risk taking, and ironically, those skills become valuable everywhere in life, even if the business fails. But here's the beautiful part: you don't need to start huge. Every giant company started small. Apple started in a garage, Nike started selling shoes from a car trunk, Facebook started in a dorm room, Amazon started with books. Every empire begins looking tiny and unimportant at first, and this is why the next 5 years will create massive opportunities. AI is changing everything. The internet keeps growing. Attention is the new currency. And people who learn business now will have advantages most people won't understand until it's too late. Because the future belongs to creators, builders, marketers, storytellers, and problem solvers, not just workers. So if you're watching this right now, feeling stuck, listen carefully. You do not need to be born rich. You do not need perfect timing. You do not need to know everything. You just need to start understanding how value works. Learn sales, learn marketing, learn communication, learn how people think, learn how businesses make money. Because once you understand business, you stop seeing the world as a consumer. You start seeing opportunities everywhere, and that mindset alone can completely change your future. The next billionaire idea might look stupid today. The next huge creator might be uploading from a tiny room right now. The next life changing business might start from one simple idea someone almost ignored. So the real question isn't, what is business? The real question is, will you spend your whole life helping someone else build theirs? Or finally start building your own? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe now because the next video might completely change the way you think about money forever. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next.